Lucas Dryml from the Czech Republic so far failed to score. He goes in blue, gate 2. Freddie Lindgren, who did so well, top point scorer at Gothenburg. He goes in white, gate 3. On the outside, it's Niels Christian Iversen. The day 1 point from his 2 rides so far.
Well, I am surprised that Jason Crump's changed his bike here, because he rode brilliant in the last one. Maybe this one will be better away from the tapes.
This is heat number 11. Away goes the starting marshal, up by the tapes very, very quickly indeed, and it's a great start for Lucas Dryml. Round the outside in yellow goes Niels Christian Iversen. The man in white is Freddie Lindgren.
Oh! Out of shape down the back straight. Lucas Dryml and Freddie Lindgren got hooked up together, and Dryml's bike literally climbed up underneath him. That was an ugly crash down the back straight.
And probably a bonus for Jason Crump, who was struggling at that point, Kelvin, in last place.
Oh, good to see him up. Oh, clearly he's knocked about, but you have to say that really was a dramatic incident down the back straight in the opening lap. You see it once again, away from the tapes. Jason Crump on the second bike spins up. Lucas Dryml there in the blue helmet colour. He's off the first corner. Niels Christian Iversen, but they clash into each other, he and Freddie Lindgren. Lindgren over the handlebars, bike over the safety fence. Real drama here.
Who is to blame for that? Is it Dryml for taking Lindgren's line, or is it Lindgren for squeezing him?
No, it's a racing incident, Tony. That one, purely and simply, they've literally, no intent made by either rider. Going to be a tough call there for the referee.
I was going to say, I'll put it to you, because it's the referee who makes the decision on what will he base that decision.
Well, it's a really difficult one to say. Dryml does sweep out and does actually run into the side of Lindgren there, and you've got to say that probably will mean that he will go. But it wasn't intentional. He's come out of the first corner and probably taken by surprise at Lindgren getting there. But nonetheless, that really was a spectacular crash.
And the importance of the air fence undoubtedly there.
Well, no doubt about it. Particularly Lindgren, because Lindgren got thrown away from his bike and he caught the air fence. Oh, he excluded Freddie Lindgren.
Well, that surprises me, surprises you, I'm sure, Kelvin, but Freddie Lindgren, the Swede, has been excluded. Lucas Dryml stays in. And, well, I think that is the first controversial incident of the meeting so far.
Yeah, tough call for the referee either way, but to be honest, neither of them really deserved to go, I think, because I do think that it was a racing incident. They just ran out of room. It's a tight track, and it's a Grand Prix, of course, and everybody's giving 100%. But a tough call, but a spectacular one. Look there, just coming off there. Freddie Lindgren was well and truly alongside him. You know, he didn't turn left on him, he didn't run in the side of him. I'm surprised he's taken Lindgren out of the race here. You know, if anything, Lucas Dryml moves over and runs into the side of him. So I was expecting, if there was going to be an exclusion, that Dryml would have gone.
Well, the referee, had to be. If that happened in the British League back in the United Kingdom, I'm sure that it'd be Lucas Dryml that would be excluded.
I would agree. So I think Lindgren will feel grieved here. And but as I say, I'm just pleased to see both riders up and about, because that really was spectacular.
Well, I have to say that, it'll be a little while for the fence to be put back in place, and disappointment there for Lucas Dryml, but certainly there, rushing away, Freddie Lindgren is going to get on the phone, I'm sure, to our referee, and, he wants to know why he's excluded, I'm sure.
Well, he's having a tough night. Had a brilliant night, of course, last time in Gothenburg, but just shows you how things can quickly change. Well, obviously, the boys aren't happy there,
well, I don't know whether that's Lucas Dryml apologising or explaining. Are they the same thing?
Well, I don't think he's apologising, Tony. I think he's just explaining what's happened. But I do think that there was no real intent from either rider there. I think Lindgren's probably shocked that he's been excluded, because he just comes around the outside. He doesn't turn left on the rider. He doesn't do anything really particularly wrong. He's racing for the points and finds himself upside down on the safety fence. Spectacular stuff.
Well, it certainly was spectacular stuff, and a long way for the riders to get back to their pits and try and sort it out. But Freddie Lindgren undoubtedly desperately disappointed with that. He now probably only just finding out he's been excluded. Hands on hips, and Freddie Lindgren, well, why have I been excluded? I'm sure is the expression on his face. Well, let's go back to our studio where Keith Hewitt is joined by Sam Ermolenko and Chris Louis. The explanation of that, lads, do you agree with the referee's decision?
Well, I have to tell you that the two boys in here have been arguing over it for a moment or two, and looking at every angle. It was obviously a bit of a tough call. Racing incident seems to come to mind, and all of them